Aloha, Richard Halverson here. This is ITS148, and today's September 30th. Let me share my screen. And today is right around here, and I neglected to discuss this assignment yet. Right, I said it was due this day. I've changed it to be due a week of October 7th, I think. So in fact, so I'll change this. This is just should be October 7th. If you look at the assignments, October 10th. Okay, so it's really due October 10th. All right, well, I'd like to go over assignment 2 today. And that way we'll get you started on writing Python programs on a Linux server. Okay, so this grading assistant isn't quite working yet, so that's why the link is not there, and it'll be ready in a couple days. It's going to help you grade your assignment. All right, so first you got to become familiar with your. Okay, so everyone's got a web server. And that's where you're going to run your Python programs. And so your web server is like your username.its148.com. So for example, let's see, what's an example of somebody like Schubert. Okay, so here's an example of Schubert. Schubert is Schubert is SHUBERTB. That's his. Do we have any Let's go over here. Let's go over to the forums. I haven't looked at any of these forums for a little while in this class. But if we go to somebody's, let's see, I can't see it here because I'm in my student account. How about here? Okay, so here is somebody, Edward. Is this you? I guess Edward is your email address isn't here, is it? Okay. All right, well, sorry. Let's go back to Schubert. There's a person in the class named Schubert, and his email address is SchubertB. So SchubertB, he goes to schubertb.its148.com, and here is the server. Okay, I made one for myself. It's r4chardh.its148.com. Okay, so you just have to go to whatever your email address is, and I had to make one. It's a little different from mine because I have this kind of thing on other classes and on this server. So this is your server now. So that's how you get to your server. And you're going to go to this cPanel thing. So here I am at my server, and I'm going to go to /cpanel, CPANEL, control panel, and it's going to go over here, and it's going to go here, and it's going to redirect to secure server and all that. And then you're going to log in, RCHARDH, and then your password is going to be, this is the first letter of your last name capitalized. This is the first letter of your first name lowercase. This is your 8-digit UHID, 8-digit UHID, and then the characters %, hashtag, exclamation point. So that's your password. And as soon as you get in there, you can change it. So mine is like capital HR, because I'm Richard Halverson. So it's capital H, lowercase r, and then my 8-digit, and then that. So I'm going to log in here. HR, my 8-digit, and then these last 3 characters. And then I log in, and here I am. And so this is what your cPanel looks like. And you can go to File Manager here. You're going to go to File Manager for 1. And this is what your server looks like. And this thing, see, now let's go back. Let's go to mine, not Schubert. So this is what my home directory looks like. And normally I would put some file here like index.html or something. And then that would be the main file. So so that's inside here. So I'm going to go in public_HTML, and here is my home directory. And you see there's just one directory in here called CGI bin. That's this thing, CGI bin. And so let's create a file here. I'm going to create a file, and I'm going to name the file hello.html. I'm going to create the file, and here it is. And then I'm going to edit this file. I'm going to click on edit, and I'm going to click on edit. And I'm just going to say hello there, exclamation point. That's all. And I'm going to save these changes. And now when I go back to here, this is my home directory. Now when I hit refresh, now you see there's this file here. And when I click on it, it displays out hello there. So that's your directory. So that's your thing here. And so this is important. We're going to create another file, and we're going to create a couple files in here today. Go back to your cPanel. And the other thing that's important for today is go down to Terminal, Advanced, and click on Terminal. And I think you got to right click and open the link in a new tab, because otherwise if you click on Terminal, it doesn't open in a new tab. It keeps it in the same tab. That's okay. Click yes, I understand, and I want to proceed. And here is the terminal. Here's your terminal into your server. And see, so your username is going to be here, and then here you are. So right now I can do a dir. Dir works in Unix, Linux, dir. And you see this is a list of all of the files and directories in the home directory. So let's go back here. Let's go up one level. This is the home directory. Okay, this is a bunch of stuff. And the web server part, this hello world thing, this is inside public_HTML. So right when we go into the terminal, we should see these. These are the directories that we see right here. But when we go into public_HTML, we can do that by going cd works, cd public underscore, actually you can just go tab, right? HTML. And now we're in public_HTML. And now when we do a dir, we see that we have the CGI bin directory and our hello.html file that we just created. We're going to be using Python. So let's make sure we know which Python that we're going to use. You can type Python if you want to, and you hit enter, and we see that this Python, when we just hit this Python, this is the version 2, Python version 2. And we actually want Python version 3. So let's exit out of this one, EXIT, left, right parentheses. And now let's type Python 3, Python 3. And here we are. This is Python 3 is our Python 3.6.8. So this is fine. So this is the Python that we're going to use. So we're always going to say Python 3 instead of just Python. All right, so I'm going to exit out of here. All right, so this is my terminal. Let me go back to cPanel. I can just do a right click up here and do open link in new tab. And here I'm back to my cPanel. Let's go to my file manager. So here's where I'm going to create my file. Let's go back to the assignment. So first thing, we're going to execute a program here on a Python program on our server. And so from the file manager, I'm going to create a file in my public_HTML directory. And I'm going to name the file hello.py. And this program, hello.py, is going to ask the user for the user's name. And then it's going to respond hello, followed by the user's name. Okay. And we're going to execute this from the terminal program. And we have another thing here where if the user doesn't enter a name, if the user just hits the return key and doesn't enter a name, then it's going to display out hello world. Okay. And what I want you to do is after you're done writing your program, I want you to paste your code down in here. Simple, easy little simple program. Okay, so let's go back to our file manager, and I'm going to create a new file called hello.py. Create new file. Here it is. Let's edit it. And okay, so I'm going to read in an input. So I'm going to say, so I'm going to read in a name. Name equals input. And I'm going to say, please enter your name. Okay. And then I'm going to say, if name is not equal to nothing, then print hello, comma, name. Else print hello world. Okay. It's one way of doing it. Anyway, so, you know, you could also, well, okay, so this is a fine way to do it. So I'm going to save the changes. And I'm going to go over to the terminal. And I'm going to, oops, oh, what did I just do? I got rid of the terminal. Oh, here it is. All right. CD public HTML and dir. And so there's my hello.py. So I can do Python 3.hello.py. Enter your name. It's working, right? I don't know why it's working. It shouldn't work. It's 0644. Okay, I guess it does work this way. Let's refresh this. Reload. And normally it should have, okay, anyway, great. It works. So please enter your name, and I'm going to say Joe Schmo, enter, and it says, hello, Joe Schmo. Great. Let's run this again, and I'm going to say, hello, what is your name? Enter your name, world. Hello, world. Okay, that's great. So we've done the first part. Oh, no, we haven't yet. The way we would do the first part is, take this code, take the code, copy, and paste it in here. Just like that. And then the other thing you want to do is you want to just take a little video, like right now, you take a little Zoom video of running it, and you say, you know, hello, Joe, and it says hello Joe, and then you run it again, and you just hit enter here, no name, and it says hello world, and then you're done. So that would be a 5-second video, and save that as an MP3, and then you would attach that right down here. Okay, and so that's how you submit for problem 1. Let's go on and do problem 2 here. Setting up your secure server default for web pages. Okay, so we're going to do this. So whenever we go to our website, you notice it's not the secure server. Well, we want to make it default to the secure server. So if you just type in the URL, it's going to flip over and automatically go to the secure server. So so let's do that real quick. It's real easy. You just got to edit this file, edit the .htaccess file in the public_HTML directory. Okay, so you go over here and you hit refresh. Here we are in public_HTML right here, and we don't see a .htaccess file. Okay, so I'm going to take us through a little exercise here. I'm going to create a .htaccess file, .htaccess, and I'm going to hit create file, and it's going to go boom, file exists. Wait, what? I don't see it there. Well, the reason you don't see it there is because it's a hidden file. And the way you designate a hidden file is you put a period as the first character of its name. So how do you see hidden files? Well, click on settings. I know my picture is right up there, so I'm going to move this over here. Click on settings. And right here it says, I want to show hidden files. So click on that. And now we see hidden files. And look, there's this hidden directory called .well-known. That's fine. And then there's this hidden file called .htaccess. So that's the one we want to open. Right-click, edit. And here's what our htaccess file looks like. There's a bunch of stuff in there for PHP. You know, we'll probably get to some PHP later on in the semester because PHP is really an easier language to do web stuff with. At least that's my opinion. And PHP is almost all web. Maybe it's only web. But anyway, so we're supposed to copy this. This is some code that you paste at the very beginning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go over here in my htaccess, and I'm going to put that right at the top, right there. So this, you know, whatever it changes, it redirects to HTTPS, whatever the host was. So anyway, save this. And now that that's saved, what happens if I just go to R4, just go here, and boom, flips over, and now it's secure server. See, it flips over to that. In fact, here, if I hit refresh, boom, flips over to the secure server. All right, so that's what I wanted. So that's part 2, and this will be auto-graded after my control panel thing starts working. And this also will be auto-graded, so you just have to do it, and then my auto-grader will confirm that you did it. All right, so let's do the third one here, and this is a web server. Now you're going to think that this assignment is really easy, and it is really easy. The reason is because I want to make sure that you can do this stuff, and you got this stuff running, because after you can write the simplest of programs on the platform, then we can start making harder stuff. And the next assignment, I'm probably going to post that next week or very soon, and I'm going to try to get us back on track, and it'll be a more complicated program that we get running on the Linux server, and it's going to actually take in values instead of inputting. It's going to take in values, name value pairs, and then I'm going to show you how to make a little JavaScript programs on the web server so you can see So you can interrogate your program that you write on the server from your browser, and then we'll be able to do some more fun stuff that way. All right, so let's do this third one. Okay, so it says also in your htaccess file, put these 2 lines. And what these 2 lines do is they tell the web server that if the file ends in .py, then it's a script. So if the file ends in py, then look at it and look at the first line of the script. And the first line of the script, it's going to start with a hashtag and then an exclamation point. This is going to say what the script processor or the interpreter is to interpret whatever this program is here. So .py in the file says, oh, it's a script. It's a CGI script, in fact. And then the first line of the file says, oh, it's a Python 3 script. And so this is all Python 3 coming in. All right, so let's go to htaccess, and let's go back in here and let's copy that stuff in. Copy these 2 lines in. Copy. And I don't think it really matters where. So I'm going to put it after this. I don't think it matters. Save this. And then now I'm going to go over to here. I'm going to create a new program called, we want this one to be named hello2.py. So I'm just going to copy this right here, and I'm going to copy that into hello2.py. Copy. And I'm going to create a new file called hello2.py. And I'm going to edit this. And I'm going to, copy this and paste it over here. Paste. And so this is says we're going to be using Python 3. This has to be printed out first when you're when a program is running on the web server, because this is actually prints back to the browser, and you have to tell the browser what's coming. It's text that's coming, and it's plain text that's coming. It's not HTML that's coming. And then you have to have this line feed. And so this program just displays out hello world, and then it also displays out the Python version. This is just a way to get the Python version. And then it prints out, then I import the CGI module, and that's how you get stuff from the browser, from the command line or the URL. And that's what this is. So let's save this. And let's go back over here, hit refresh. And now there's a hello 2 there. And let's click on that. And boom, server error. Why? Because we need to make sure the permissions are 755. Now, just out of curiosity, let me run it here. I'm going to type Python 3 space hello2.py. And oh, look, it runs. So from the terminal program here, you don't have to tell it, or you don't have to set the permissions of the file to execute. Okay, so if you look at this, see the permissions here. If you right click on this and you see change permissions, right click, change permissions, we see that the execute flag is not set for anybody. It's not set for you. It's not set for any group you happen to be in. It's not set for the world. And so here we want to set it so people outside, or namely the web server, so the web server can cause this program to execute. And so to do that, you have to set this to execute, and this to execute, and this to execute, just to make sure they all can execute. And that's 755. So click on that, change permissions. And now over here, you see it's 755. And you should be able to see it. If we refresh this, oh, now it works. Hello world, okay? And so what's coming out is hello world. Let's see what it looks like. First comes hello world, then comes the Python version, and then comes, it checks to see if there's a name value pair called name. And if there is, it grabs what the value is and sets it equal to that. And it's going to print that out. If there is not a name value pair in the form that comes in, that's this thing. If there isn't one in there, then it's just going to set name equal to world, and then it prints out hello world. So that happens to be what's going on here, hello world. However, if we click up here and we do question mark and we send it the name equals Joe Schmo, we say that, press enter, then we see it prints out hello Joe Schmo. So this is the name value pair, and this is name. That's what it says. Is there a name in the form that came in from here? Is there a name in there? If there is, then grab the value part and store that in here, and then print it out here. So anyway, that's what that is. So that's the extent of this assignment. And so it's pretty easy. You should be able to do it. And so I think that I am gonna I think I'm gonna end this video right now. And I actually have a meeting pretty soon I gotta get ready for. So I'm gonna do that. And before the next class session, I will have the next assignment posted. All right. So thanks for watching. See you next time.